we go. Again, for those of you guys who are paying attention, I asked you to work on the odds. All right, so William, I hate for you to be my light, but I appreciate you, okay? Thank you, sir. All right, so here we go. I'm going down and doing as many of the odds as I can. That's your homework tonight, is finish up the odds. All right, a lot going on because there's adding, subtracting, multiplying. All right, all the rules that you've learned now. All right, so let's get it done. All right, number one, all right, is negative 3y plus 4. Negative 3y plus 4. Anybody have any questions with negative 3y plus 4? What?
How do you do it?
I don't know what that means. How do you do it? Are you
How
having
do you
trouble
do the
with
problem? How do you solve it?
4y minus 7y? What's 4 minus 7?
4 minus 7 is negative 3. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank
Come
you.
on, come on, come on. All right, anybody? Number 3. Again, the problem with number 3, you have to remember, is that I ask you to distribute the negative. So I tell kids, it's easier, change this to a plus, this becomes a negative, and this becomes a negative. And what I normally like to do is I like to circle them so I know that I've changed the signs. All right? Now, again, is there anything I can combine with 4k squared? No, so that just drops down. So I have 4k squared. Then I have 8k minus 2k, which is,
6K.
and then 2 minus 3.
Negative 1.
There you go. Simple as that. Simple, simple. All right, number 5, again, distributing the negative, plus, negative, positive, negative. And then it's easier. So 5a squared minus 7a squared, negative 2a squared, plus 13a minus 3. Any issues? All right, here we go. Number 7, again, distributing the negative, plus, negative, negative, positive. So what happens to the x cubes? They cancel. Now, negative 3x plus 12x is
Negative 9x.
9x. 1 minus 7,
Negative 6.
negative 6. Anybody have any issues? All right, here we go. Number 9. Again, another subtraction. Change it to plus, negative, negative, plus. Negative 3y squared plus 3y minus 12. Any issues? Yes, ma'am.
Does it matter if you put the 12 or the 3 back first?
Say it again.
If you were to put the 12 in front of the 3.
Well, remember, we call this standard form, right? Standard form means largest exponent, the smallest exponent, constants at the end. You with me on this?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Yeah, this is what this is. Write each polynomial in standard form. So again, this would just be 5x to the 5th plus 8x squared minus 15. Right, Sean? I have no idea what you're doing. None. 13, 6x cubed plus 13x squared minus x minus 5. Any issues with that? Nobody? What?
Why do you write x first?
What do you, say that again?
Like we're doing the standards, so we're putting the large exponents and smalls. Well, why do you do negative x then negative 5?
Because this is the constant. The
Oh,
constant goes at the end. And if you want, you can think of that as x to the 0. Okay? Number 15. Now again, we're just distributing the 2h. Distributing the 2h. Negative 14h cubed minus 8h squared. Any issues with that? $17. Distributing 15 j squared k squared plus 10 j k squared. Anybody have any issues? Multiply numbers, add exponents. All right, number 19. Now remember, 1/4 mean what?
Go on. I was gonna,
What?
I said I was going to ask a question about the fraction, but you're done with it.
Yeah, 1/4 means divided by 4. Everybody should know that by now. 1/4 means divided by 4. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. But remember, we're distributing a negative. So this would be negative 2m cubed minus 1/4 m squared plus 7/4 m. Anybody have any question with the fractions?
So if it's not divisible, you just put the number over the.
Connor, what's 1/4 times 7? 7 over 1. 1 times 7. 4 times 1. See, you're making generalizations. I want you to say, I know how to multiply fractions together. Right? Anybody else have issues with 19? $21. Distributing in negative 2x. Negative 6x squared plus 8x plus 7x. And now, of course, we're combining terms. Negative 6x squared plus 15x. All right, 23. Distributing a 6t. 12t squared minus 18t minus 10t squared minus 45t plus 15. Anybody have any issues distributing the negative 5 or the 6t? And now we do what? Combine terms. So that becomes
2t squared
2t squared minus 63t plus 15. Anybody? No questions? All right, let's have some more fun. 25, again, distributing all this distributing, and then we just combine terms. So negative 21g squared plus 6g plus 3g squared plus 6g plus 3 plus 15g squared minus 9g. Anybody have any issues? All right, now once again, we're just combining all the squares. So that looks to me like negative 3g squared. Now I'm looking at the g's.
It'd be 4G's, or just 4G.
Why 4? Am I making a mistake?
3G. 3.
That's okay. Plus 3g, and then of course plus 3. Just combining terms. I don't think that's that hard. All right, here we go. Solving equations. 9u plus 6 plus 5 equals 4u minus 4. 9u plus 11 equals 4u minus 4. Subtracting 4u, subtracting 11. So u is negative 3. Anybody have any issues with number 27? 27? Nobody? All right, here we go. 29, distributing an 8. Combining terms. $20b equals negative 5. Now you got to be careful because everybody puts 4 or negative 4. It's not, correct? B equals negative 1/4. We okay with negative 1/4? Dividing both sides by 20. Negative 5 over 20 reduces to negative 1/4. Anybody have any issues with that? Anybody? All right, let's look at 31. U squared minus 5u plus 8u equals u squared plus 2u minus 4. Now what's nice about the u squareds?
Cancel.
All right. So 3u equals 2u minus 4. Anybody else have trouble u equals negative 4? Anybody have a problem with 31? Is 31 okay?
How do you do it with the X?
Say it again.
How would you do it with the X? Oh, never mind.
You sure?
Yeah.
What?
Wait, so you combine terms with the negative 5u and 8u. So you have 3u, right? But then I'm confused. If you minus 2u, yeah, it'd just be 1u.
That's correct.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. I was
Right?
thinking-
1u. Okay. All right, here we go. Now we're multiplying like we did yesterday. Don't be lazy. Not mentioning names. All right, here we go. N minus 4, N minus 6. Positive 24, negative 6n, negative 4n, n squared. N squared minus 10n plus 24. Anybody have any issues with that? All right, 35. Again, I prefer that you just write 6a minus 3, 7a minus 4, positive 12, negative 24a, negative 21a, 42a squared. Final answer, 42a squared minus 45a plus 12. Anybody have any issues with that? All right, 37. Here we go. M squared plus 4m minus 8. M plus 5.
Sure.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Here's the other one.
Yeah.
Why don't you add the two exponents? Like the a and the. Like,
Remember, when you add, they stay the same. But when you multiply, you add. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So just to make sure you're hearing me, 6a times 7a is 42a squared.
Yeah.
But if I were to add, that's telling me how many total a's I have. You with me? Good question. Reagan, how are you doing, kiddo? You sure? I wasn't fussing at you. I want you to, you know what I mean? Come on, girl. All right, if you need, speak up. All right, here we go. Again, negative 40, positive 20m, 5m squared. Negative 8m, positive 4m squared, m cubed. M cubed plus 9m squared plus 12m, bless you, minus 40. Anybody else? Nobody? All right, 39. This one's kind of annoying, so be careful. Positive 8, negative 24q, 18q squared. Anybody have any issues with that? This is kind of distracting me, so I'm going to fix it. 3q times 4, positive
8, or no,
12q, right?
yeah,
3q times negative 12q is,
negative 36.
right. And then 3q times 9q squared.
47 Q.
Exactly. All right, so here we go. 27q cubed minus 18q squared minus 12q plus 8. Anybody have any issues with that? Now on number 40, I just wrote it a little weird. I just want you to come down here and do this. Cross out the square here
Just do n plus 9, n plus
and just do n plus 9 times n plus 9. Thank you, that was very good. All right. So down here, x minus 10 squared would just be,
x minus 10, x minus 10.
that is correct. So change this and just rewrite it as x minus 10 times x minus 10. All right, so here we go, x minus 10, x minus 10,
positive 100,
positive 100,
10x,
negative 10x, negative 10x,
x squared.
x squared minus 20x plus 100. Same thing here, just change the, right, just change that and rewrite it as p plus 7 times p plus 7. All right, 43. Negative 13 times positive 13 is negative 169. Negative 13z,
13.
positive 13z, and z squared. And again, what happens here?
They cancel.
They cancel. So your answer is just z squared minus 169. All right, again, notice what I'm doing just to make sure you're seeing me. Cross that out, and now just make it like that. Okay, 45, 7k plus 3, 7k minus 3, negative 9, negative 21k, positive 21k, 49k squared. Okay, what happens here, guys?
21 is cancel.
Cancels. 49k squared minus 9. Anybody have any issue with that? $47. Just going to write 5r plus p, 5r plus p. And again, p times p is positive p squared. Yeah, 5rp, positive 5rp, and then 25r squared. $25r squared plus 10rp plus p squared. May I have any issues with that? All right, very good. 49. All right, a little bit more annoying. So be careful with this one, please. Everyone pay attention. Just write it twice. And now you're just multiplying. Now this is just to make sure you understand the rules. 2m times 2m is 4m squared. Then this would be 6.
6
Yes. Now, again, I don't care how you write it, but I'm going to put the p cubed first because the p is first here. All right, even though that's not as accurate as it should be. Then 3p cubed times 2m again is 6p cubed m. And then 9p to the 6th power. So you know 9p to the 6th plus 12p cubed m plus 4m squared.
Mr. Struck,
What?
why is it for one it's MP cubed and then for another it's P cubed M?
Doesn't matter. Right? Okay, make sure you're looking at this, fix this little typo right here. This is supposed to be obviously to the what? 2nd power. Now, what I want to do is, just because well, it doesn't matter. All right, let's write it. 2v squared plus 3x squared. 2v squared plus 3x squared. Come on now. Multiply, you add exponents. Oh, wait, I'm doing number 50 anyway. All right. No, you don't square them individually now. You're going to. Yes. All right, so do that tonight. 51. Okay, now we're just reviewing a little bit. 5 times 6.
30.
X to the
13.
13th. Good. Just to review now. 53.
Negative.
Now, the 3 here cancels with the 3 here, right? So it's negative 1/5. Now you add exponents.
C9,
C to the 9th,
C to the 4th.
D to the 4th. All right, let's knock out 55. All right, now in 55, remember I have to do this first because it's squared. So I'm going to rewrite negative 2x cubed y times 25 x to the 4th, y to the 8th. Now makes this negative 50 x to the 7th, y to the 9th. Anybody have any issue with that? Now remember what I told you, when you're dividing, you subtract
So 3/4.
3 to the 4th power. 3 to the 4th. Remember, the 3 stays the same because they both have exponents. You're not dividing the numbers. All right? 59. Now, remember, when you add negative exponents, you just have to what? Flip them. Y to the 4th over x cubed.
So it's just XY.
Yeah, sorry, 3 to the 4th. All right, 61. All right, now for 61,
Negative.
what do we do because it has a negative exponent?
So
Switch it, flip them. So that becomes
So it's
3 over 2 squared, which is,
9.
yes, 9 over 4. All right, anybody have any issues with that? All right. Next. Well, we can do this.
1. Okay, we're good.
Thank you. Anything to the 0 power today is
1.
1. All right, a lot of people tried to mess with that. All right, they forgot something to the 0 power is 1. All right, here we go, 65. Now remember, individually reduce the fraction. 20 over 15, divide by 5. 4 over 3. Anybody have any issue with that? I'm not, we said the numbers, right? Okay, now that we reduce the numbers, now we're going to look at the exponents. Anytime something has a negative exponent, you just move it. So the x cubed goes to the top, y squared goes to the bottom, and there's already a y to the 5th on the bottom. So because of that, you're left with 4x cubed over 3y to the 7th. All right? Here we go. 67. Now, immediately, because this has a -2, I could just do what? Flip everything. So here we go. 6xy cubed z cubed over 18xy to the 4th z to the 8th. Now, again, I just keep the negative out in front. Then I square it. All right? Now, normally what I tell kids is always try to reduce the fraction. Let's reduce the fraction first. So 6 over 18 reduces to, yes, -1/3. What happens to the two x's?
Cancel.
They cancel. Y cubed and y to the fourth leaves me a what? Y on the bottom. Z to the third, Z to the eighth leaves me with a
Z5 on the bottom.
Z to the fifth on the bottom. Put it in parentheses and square it. Now, what's a negative squared? 1 over, what's 3 squared? Y squared Z to the 10th. Because remember, power to power, you're multiplying. Power to power, you're multiplying. All right, here we go. 69. Now, listen to me here. Does everybody see this -1? That just means it all goes in the denominator. All right, so now I'm going to rewrite this. -8x cubed z to the third power over 4x cubed y z to the fourth. Anybody have any issues with that? Now, technically, I could put this in parentheses and make it a 1 here. But something to the first power is just that thing. Does everybody agree? All right. So negative to the third power remains what? Negative. And 8 to the third power is 512. X to the ninth, Z to the third, over 4x cubed y z to the fourth. And 412 divided by 4 is obviously -128. Subtract exponents. X to the sixth. What about the y?
Y just stays on the bottom.
Stays on the bottom. With
And
what?
there's a Z to the first.
Where at?
On the bottom.
On the bottom. Beautiful. Okay.
I think the bell rung. When was supposed to ring? It's 9:51.
Okay. Okay, so now you just really had one more to go, 71. All right, I'm really hoping, guys, I would work on as much as you think you need to work on tonight.